Well, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but here in Germany the summer is definitively gone. It's cold and grey and really dark, so let's turn on the lights for our next presentation. Today we're going to take a look at the Kenwood KX-31B stereo cassette deck. You may remember this unit. I already have made a video about this. Back then it was hooked up to the Grundig receiver, which currently I don't use. But I pulled that cassette deck out of my storage place because I want to hook it up to the Fisher stereo system up there in place of the JVC cassette deck up there, because this thing, for whatever reason, has a couple of really annoying problems, like having a ton of flutter and playback for whatever reason. So I'm going to hook this thing up there again, and before I do that, I thought I'll show the inside of this cassette deck to all the people on YouTube. But before we look inside, let's take a look at the features. We have, of course, the power button and the eject button. Right here is the cassette door. We have record, play, rewind, fast forward, stop and pause. It's a soft touch operation mechanism, so the controls are powered by the motor, so you don't have to press the buttons so hard. And one thing I don't like is the eject, because that is really slow. I mean, look at this. I'll press eject and it takes forever to open up. That's really stupid. Over here we have the tape counter, the tape selector for normal, chrome and metal cassettes, and the Dolby switch. Then a couple of indication lights for power, Dolby, record and pause. The really nice VU meters with the orange LEDs. And the record level regulator. And then over here the headphones and the microphone jacks. And now this cassette deck is from 1983. But it really looks like it was already from the 90s. It's a really different looking cassette deck. Really like it. And this is the inside. You can see it's pretty basic in there. Really nothing special, but it's really high quality, I would say. You can see a transformer right there, the mechanism and the electronics. Very weird. For some reason the people in the Kenwood factory didn't cut off those things from, the cable holders. When I got this unit, I found it at the dump. When I got this unit I had to replace the belts in the mechanism, because the original ones, I think they were in the process of deteriorating, but I can't really remember. You can see this belt I replaced with a pretty cheap rubber band, but it manages to run the mechanism without causing any problems, so that's okay. This cassette deck is a really high quality cassette deck. The housing is entirely made of metal. Back side, front part, bottom part, all made of metal. And the mechanism is also really high quality. It's made of really thick metal. I mean, you really can't expect that anymore from today's crappy units. You can zoom in on that so you can see a little bit better. I mean, such a thick metal. It's really nice. Now, one interesting detail I noticed on all the Kenwood cassette decks I had until now, I think until now I had like 7 Kenwood cassette decks, is this. You can read it on the backside of all Kenwood cassette decks I had until now. It's this. under license of Star SA, Brussels, Belgium. So it really seems like Kenwood never designed their own cassette decks. They just used, the constructions of that Star SA in Brussels. And also there it just says manufactured by Trio Kenwood Corporation. Of course, this cassette deck was made in Japan. I would be really interested to hear about how it... Also here, it just says... I can't find the stupid zoom. Also here, it just says... manufactured by Trio Kenwood Corporation. Not designed by Trio Kenwood Corporation. Also here, it just says... It's too slow. Also here, it just says... Blöd. Doof, 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 doof.